React stream for 1 more month? Yo, let's go. Why not? This delay start reaction kind of sad. Yo, I love the delay, man. I'm a big fan of the delay. I've been thinking that the delay should be there since September already. Everybody call me crazy. I'm like, dude, the game is not ready yet, man. You can tell. Nah, the game is great. It's gonna be okay. Okay. Now that they delay it, I'm like, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The delay is fine. It's the announcement that is way too late. That's the problem, I think. For a lot of people, those poor people that took time off, I think it's a problem. Nobody wants to raid during Christmas, to be honest. But the thing is, as much as people don't want to raid during Christmas and or play the game during Christmas, once they say that it's gonna release on that date and Savage is gonna be on the date, as much as you don't want to, you kind of have to, right? To take the time off, right? And then now suddenly it's like, yeah, you know what, guys? Yeah, you guys should have taken the time off, but fuck you, basically. That is the bad part. I expected a 1 week delay, right? The fact that they do 2 week kind of make me feel like, wow, they you know, when September, when I was saying that the game should be delayed by a week because I felt like the game is like slightly not catching up, and then when they finally decide to not do, then I'm like, okay, that's fine. Now they delay 2 weeks so last minute makes me feel like it's way more behind than it is. But I don't think they'll delay it anymore. Yoshi looks upset. Don't give a shit about what Yoshi looks like. He's a businessman. Don't defend him. He's the producer and director of the game. He fucked up. He should be sad. Of course he should be sad. I will be raging if he's smiling. The delay should have been announced way earlier. When you fucked up your ultimate, right? You yourself know how bad it is if you delay a news this late. You yourself know how bad it is to delay anything, let alone how long it takes for you to announce it. And then you were so apologetic during Ultimate, which you should, because of one piece of content. Okay, now you're talking about a whole expansion. You should know more than anybody that bringing bad news is bad, but bringing the bad news later is worse. Yeah, they do it again. So they didn't learn their lesson. So why should you feel bad for him feeling bad? He should feel bad. I'm not nitpicking here. I'm not being an asshole here, right? He should feel bad. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they will always sim for him, but the community just need to wake up. When he said like, you know, let us win back our trust. Yeah. It's not for free, right? You already damaged it. It was so funny yesterday. We were talking about it as well. How can I expect things to be nice when the latest episode of delaying Ultimate was bad? How can you expect me to like just believe him? Until I see it, I'm not gonna believe him, right? It doesn't matter he cry or it doesn't matter he lose an arm and like it's totally my bad. In order for me to win back your trust, I'm gonna cut off my right arm. No, right? Those are gestures anybody would have done. That is not Yoshi-p exclusive. So don't give him too much credit for that. Should he feel bad? Yes. Does it really matter that he delayed? No. I don't give a shit whether he delayed a week, 2 weeks or 1 month, honestly. We have already waited 2 years already. We already have no Ultimate for 1+ year for Savage already. Waiting 2 more weeks doesn't really matter. It's not about the delay, man. It's about why the hell did you wait until so long? When everything, again, everything was written in September live letter that nothing was ready already. You know, when they go through FanFest and the keynote, and then in September, the first live letter after the FanFest, we see what the game is and what they present to us. It was obvious that the game is not ready for release already. You still don't want to delay it. Okay, you wait until this very last live letter for it. Now, I already expect the delay, so I'm not like surprised or anything. There's a lot of people that apparently is like angry, upset, you know. I expected it. I'm actually pretty happy about it, but I feel bad for those people, right? I really do. Can you imagine? People booking holidays, people booked hotel, you know, for New Year, for Christmas. Now they have to reschedule everything. That suck. Question is, how WoW is gonna react to this? The WoW have their own problem. Everybody releasing game during this period is gonna face this problem. It's not a Final Fantasy XIV exclusive problem, right? It's any company problem, right? Any company that's gonna release game in this period, they all delayed. I don't think any game meet any deadline in this 1 or 2 years. Almost every single noteworthy game, I think they were all delayed. This is not a Naoki Yoshida problem, right? This is not a Square Enix problem. Blizzard themselves have their own problem. I don't think they look at this and like, oh, that's a victory for... No. Now, he said very specifically during the Ultimate delay, you know, they really want to try to push it out. That's why they didn't want to announce it. They think they could do it. Therefore, ultimate last minute cancellation is really feels bad, man, you know, but okay. So now what? So you're telling me this ultimate you feel no, you're telling me this expansion you feel really the same? A bigger magnitude scale, you think you could make it, and then now you realize that you can't again. Wow, okay. So you didn't learn your lesson. How can anybody excuse that? I think the problem with the delay is the number thingy. Because bottom down, they have to do all the content that has to, you know, abide to the new formula, the damage formula and stuff. I think that's the main reason why everything got delayed. In terms of like Endwalker content, in terms of like what is supposed to be there on launch, I don't think those are probably already settled already. It's the balancing. Every single thing in the game needs to be rebalanced, right? That includes everything that involves any numbers need to be rebalanced. I think that's the problem. That's what caused it to be late. Because that is the reason why Ultimate is delayed, right? It's not because Ultimate was not ready, you know. The everything is there already. It's just that nobody was there to test the balance, you know, do the fine tuning. It's so close to 6.0, and 6.0 they have another new calculation, you know. Might as well just do everything in 6.0, right? Rather than do it in 5.5 and then recalculate again in 6.0, right? I think that's the biggest problem. That shit is not easy, man. I think balancing wise they do a very good job, at least for Ultimate. I think the developers is doing a good job on what they have been doing. It's just they don't have enough time, right? We all know this is the biggest expansion. We all know you're gonna add in 3 times the volume of MSQ from level 80 to 90. For the whole 6.0, you're gonna add in almost 3 times more. You're gonna wrap up a finale. You are already behind time. You got existing content that every expansion needs to have. And then you got the biggest elephant in the room, the number crunch, the rebalancing of every game bottom up, every job, every content, every dungeon, every trial, every raid, everything. Okay? And then you have COVID. A delay is not a problem, right? Your trailer, it doesn't look complete. Your keynote looks horrible, right? Announcing the news is great. Showcasing some of the new jobs is great. Showcasing some of the new zone is great. Showcasing everything that you will talk about what is in an expansion is great. But when you look at the quality, when you look at the screen, when you look at the art, when you look at the paper he take out, when you look at the PowerPoint slides, when you look at the trailer, everything indicates that. How are you going to do this in time? It is all written there already. For everybody to, you know, it's totally fine to delay. I don't think anybody lose sleep or everybody like break a window because of the delay. I think people break a window because there goes their holiday plans, you know, but you know, the delay is whatever, right? But why do you wait until so late? Nobody wants to raid. Nobody wants to raid during Christmas. Nobody wants to scramble everything. Now, at least hardcore players usually will clear before Christmas and then go for Christmas. I can't even imagine the casual and the mid-core players. How are you going to raid 3 days a day on the 21st and then get to the weekend, Christmas, and then take 2 to 3 days off and then come back and can't get week 1 clear? You know, even mid-core was able to clear in week 1, right? I don't even want to imagine how do you play around the static scheduling that we are just raiding mid-core, we are just raiding 1 or 2 lockouts, we are just raiding 2 to 3 hours, and then we still want to try to get a week 1 clear because we can. But now we can't because of Christmas. And then after you finish your Christmas, you're in holiday mood, you come back just to catch up raiding. You know, I kind of feel like that is too stressed already, right? Nobody wants to raid during Christmas. Even the hardcore players don't want to raid during Christmas. What if the raid is harder? What if something happened? We always need leeway, right? Even as like hardcore players when we raid, we also wanted leeway, right? We don't really always assume that it can be cleared in 3 days. We don't want to always assume that we can clear in a week. You know, what if this time they get their shit together, Savage become harder? It's not week 1, but very highly unlikely. But you know, as realistic raiders, you put leeway, right? You create a situation that maybe is extended, and then now you got Christmas in week 1 raid. Nobody wants that. You know, nobody wants that. That's the problem. The decision was made too late. And you know what? I love Yoshi-p. I love the man. I mad respect for the man. But that is the problem, isn't it? You made the decision too late. Why didn't you see this coming? Are you working on Final Fantasy 16 too much? Of course not, right? Of course not.